guys, welcome to TCR. Sid here. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Today I want to talk to you guys about how to keep your chickens laying a little bit more through the winter. As we head into winter, you may have noticed that your chickens aren't laying like they were during the spring and the summer months, especially if your girls are into their third season or so. As the days get shorter and the weather starts to get a little bit colder, your chickens are going to naturally stop laying as many eggs. Now, they aren't like your seasonal layers, like some of your turkey breeds and some of your duck breeds that will only lay in the spring and summer. Chickens will lay all year round, but they drastically decrease their laying during the winter. If you've gotten into chickens mainly because you're interested in having your own eggs available all the time, you want to make sure that you've picked breeds of chickens that are going to lay the most eggs throughout the course of a year. So birds like Barred Rocks, Delawares, your Australops, some of those breeds. Rhode Island Reds are really good, reliable layers. So you want to make sure that you've got a lot of those, or at least enough of them in your flock to make a noticeable difference in your eggs already. Now, there's nothing you can do about a bird's natural rhythms that are going to take place throughout the year. It's just the way it is. But you can give them a little bit of a boost to help them go from maybe not laying at all to at least giving you a few eggs over the course of a week. The first thing that you can do is add some extra artificial light to their coops or their run areas. Do be careful about what kind of lights you choose and where you place them, because you don't want to inadvertently start any fires. Now, I've used this method before and I tend to not use it any longer. I did it one season. You will notice a difference if you do it. You want to pretty much figure about 2 extra hours in the morning, maybe 2 extra hours in the evening to kind of stretch the day a little bit. Keep them on that good cycle of laying. I personally don't like to mess with the bird's natural rhythms and what is just the natural order of the process of them kind of taking a break for a couple of months during the winter. But that is one option if you do want to try to trick their bodies into thinking that the days are a little bit longer and to keep them thinking that it's maybe spring or summer. Do be careful about the length of time that you leave that extra light on during the day, because you don't want to suddenly stop it. Make sure you're consistent about it, because you don't want to throw them into an unnecessary molt at the wrong time of year. Personally, for me, my favorite thing to do is to just supply them with a little bit of extra protein. Now, your typical layer feed that you're going to be giving your birds is going to be about 16 to 17%. During the winter months, I like to bump it up a little bit. I typically add a broiler crumble to their feed as well, and I up the percentage of that during the winter months. I do give them some all year long, which has a 20% protein, but I increase it and give them a little bit more of that during the winter months to help boost their protein levels, because their bodies are working so hard to stay warm and conserve energy during the winter and the dark times. A bird uses a lot of resources when they're making eggs, so giving them that extra little boost of protein can really help. They're not going to be laying the way that they would during the spring or summer. That's just not going to happen. You're not going to be getting, you know, an egg every 24 to 48 hours per bird like you normally would. You're looking at maybe a couple of eggs a week from a bird during the winter months, and that's okay. It's part of their rhythm, it's part of nature. I also will supplement them with some meat scraps as well as mealworm treats. These are great for them. They give them a treat, and it also gives them a little extra boost of protein. Making sure that they have a warm coop at night is also important. During the winter, we get into the teens, so it does get quite cold and we do get frost. So my coop behind me, as you'll see, is completely enclosed. We do have some ventilation up at the top, but they are safe from the winds and all of that. It really does help keep them warmer. So when they're in there, and especially snuggled in together, it is helping them to stay warm during those colder times, which will also help in their egg production during those colder months. Making sure your birds have a place to get out of the cold air, they have enough protein in their diet, and if you want a little extra artificial light, will help keep them laying throughout the season for you. Still, again, nowhere near what you're used to during the spring and summer months, but it will help you get through those humps. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you get the notifications.